We are FartKnight gamers, mobile players, paywall haters, entertainers, hot as lasers. Tell your neighbor, do a favor, you should subscribe, and you'll see more Knightlightning. He's not lightning, so enlightening, not so frightening. Hit like, and you'll see more. Who farted? He's who farted, not faint-hearted, nor outsmarted. Let's get started.
Hello there, I'm Knightlightning, and with me, replacing Who Farted again, is the trusted, the beloved Littlefinger. How are you, Littlefinger?
How's it going, Knightlightning?
I'm groovy.
Awesome.
I have like post Big Hero 6 traumatic syndrome.
Oh, I hear you.
After this last week. Big Hero 6 just ended, and wow, we're going to talk about the event. We're going to talk about what happened. Our prediction from last week actually came true, not once, but twice. And we're going to be revealing a new spell that maybe will put Kingdom back in the map. We do have bad language on this channel. We do have mature content. So if that is not your bag, baby, I suggest going to somebody else's channel. If you want to zip right to your favorite part of the show, check out the timestamps in the description below. Okay, so Littlefinger, let's get into it. Big Hero 6 event just ended. Now, you and I think this is going to be interesting because you and I are going to have potentially two different perspectives on this because
Absolutely.
I just did the free-to-play version of farming Big Hero 6, which means I have, hero unlocked, and that's about it. But you went a little more hardcore into your farming of the Big Hero 6 guys. So give me a breakdown. What do you have in terms of the Big Hero 6 guys right now?
I have all of them unlocked. Baymax is a 6-star.
Nice.
He's tier 6.
Wow.
Hero is a tier 6. For right now, I'm trying to get Wasabi and Fred to tier 6, but it's just that some of those tier 6 nodes are ridiculously hard, especially to get to 35 on some of them.
Yeah, the gear pieces, right?
Gear pieces.
Yeah,
and
insane.
Go-Go is probably tier 3.
Okay.
Which I had mixed feelings about her. I mean, first I really liked her speed and everything, but I'm just really wondering about her power. And for right now, I mean, I'm thinking about an idea of switching Fred out. Not Fred, but maybe Wasabi to see who actually does more damage. The only reason why I feel like she could be good is because she actually hits everybody rather than just one person.
Right. So
we'll give it a shot. We'll see what we think. But for right now, her speed is 115, and that's still at only level 5. I mean, 6-star, but level 35. So,
but you don't really have her tiered up yet, so you haven't gotten the full benefit of her.
No, so she's got a stone on her. Hero has a 2nd level stone, speed stone.
Wow, congrats. That's awesome, man.
Thank you, yeah.
I only got my first 2nd level speed stone 2 days ago, so I don't know who the hell to put it on. It's tough.
Well, the downfall is, I mean, I really want to put it on my other team while I'm building them up still, but the problem is 100,000 currency to actually move it, so I don't think it's really worth it.
Right. So you have Hero at tier 6 now, right?
Hero tier 6 and Baymax.
Have you seen that big speed difference now that you unlocked Hero's 2nd ability level leadership?
Problem is I don't have the stones actually to unlock that one yet to get to +10 for all him and his allies for Big Hero 6.
Oh god, you're missing the runes?
I need the runes badly, yeah.
Oh, that's brutal. See, this is the problem. This is the problem. And here, let me go back here just a second. I have 113 of these pink babies right here, the Gamma Abilities runes. And I have barely spent any. I have not really been using them much. This is I wouldn't call it hoarding, but it's pretty close. I'm extremely reluctant to use these because, you know, as you know, I run Kingdom, and I'm thinking, oh, do I want to save them for Shan Yu's upgraded abilities, or this person's abilities, or that person's abilities? And every time I think I might use it, I hold back because I'm like, well, you know, you burn out through that fast. Because I mean, look at this. I have just a little over 100. Haven't really been using them much, and this thing costs 35. Other abilities
cost 50.
Yeah, other abilities cost 25. Some cost 50. Some cost 20. So you just burn through these fast.
You don't get much. You don't get much at all, to tell you. Actually, if you get lucky enough, it's either 1 through 3.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm not doing the final level of the challenge every time it comes around. But, you know, I always get that one every single time of those Gamma runes.
That's on Wednesdays. Wednesdays and Sundays, I think, right?
Is that right? Yeah, I'll take your word for it. Wednesdays and Sundays sound right. Yeah, you see how it says 3 here? I never get 3. I get 1.
No. I got 2 if I'm lucky.
Yeah, I saw 2 once. So, and even if it was 3, that's not a lot. You only do it like 3 times every few days, 6 times a week. That's how often we do it.
And it's still not enough to unlock anything, to tell you.
Yeah,
You need 35.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, I'm feeling the gold pinch too. I mean, I've been upgrading my Oceanics, I'm upgrading other people. I just got, as my fun personal projects, Mana Min to 7 stars finally. But, you know, when you upgrade to level 6 and level 7 of these star levels with these characters, you go through gold lightning quick.
Well, absolutely. When it's $1 million to unlock each one, it's pretty ridiculous.
It seems like there are 2 different camps of people ever since the latest update came out that brought the new abilities out that require tier 7 for characters, and also added the tier 7.5 onto other characters. There are 2 general camps of people, from what I understand. It's the people who were able to get those abilities upgraded right away, and those who were not. And you are either in PvP right now, destroying people left and right and completely annihilating your competition, or you're like me, just getting your ass kicked all day long. Every now and then I get lucky and my opponent has a connection error. But I swear to God, man, there was a battle I had the other day. The guy, I don't know if he dropped, maybe he quit the app or whatever, he got bored. So when their server doesn't get connected or loses the connection, it defaults to basic abilities. I swear to God, I still almost lost because it was a full like tier 7 or 7.5 team, and I'm just with my like barely tier 6 kingdom team, and they're just doing basics, and it's like, bam, bam. I'm like using all my special abilities and my spells and all this stuff, and they're like, boom, just basically smashing me to death. And I barely pull off to win, and I felt so bad afterwards. I'm like, God, if this guy used even one special ability, I would have been annihilated. So, what's been your experience in PvP and, like, I guess by extension, Sorcerer's Tournament lately?
Sorcerer's Tournament, I'm mostly seeing the same thing exactly in PvP. It's a lot of Frozen, actually, and a lot of Elsas. Even if it's 5-star, it's either 5-star, tier 6. You'll get those easy matches in PvP where you're so scared of who you're gonna fight when they're like, okay, your mystery opponent is. It's like, don't tell me. It's Frozen. Yes, sir, it is. And what do they have for him, Johnny? An ass whooping. That's right. I got an ass whooping.
See, that's the thing. Ever since,
and it's Elsa.
I don't know what it is. The last few weeks after that Frozen event came and went again, but something about the last few weeks, I guess maybe people got them tiered up. But God, man, every single team, unless I've fought 3 teams. Sometimes I'll fight full Oceanic. That's kind of rare. sometime, every now and then, I've only fought a few Big Hero 6 teams, but it's just Elsa everywhere right now, and I can't stand it anymore. I'm going crazy every single battle dealing with Elsa, and the problem is these tier 7 Elsas just smash so hard. I've had battles. I've sent you videos. I had a battle yesterday. I had full health. I literally did not get touched. I was able to just move fast and use the fairy slumber, and it was just a freak occurrence series of events where I literally did not even get hit. My entire team was full. Their entire team was almost dead. But then Elsa had her 4 spirits, and she did one move. She took one turn, and my whole team died. And look, if I was like tier 5, I would get it. But I have a full 7-star team, tier 6, and I went from all my characters, 100% health, to just dead in one turn. And I sent you the video. I'm like, this is bullshit.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think the tier 7, 7.5 stuff has just unlocked some ridiculous abilities for people. For people who aren't aware, now I have to scroll down because I just refuse to get frozen. It's just never gonna happen. It's never ever gonna happen. I think this is what's going on. First of all, Elsa's getting a shit ton of power from the extra Gear 7, 7.5 pieces. But right here, this bottom ability is what people have been unlocking. 5% bonus damage per helpful effect. Now that doesn't sound like much, but if you consider she's got the spirits, very often when she gets to that point, she's got empowered. Anna's given her haste. So you're looking at 10, 15, maybe 20% bonus damage on top of the insane amount of damage she's already doing. So if you were surviving by like 20% health beforehand, with this one upgrade, she's just annihilating full teams. And here's my one worry about Big Hero 6, is the fact that this is unavoidable damage.
Absolutely, yeah. Even if you have evasion, it's still going to go through.
Elsa, in a way, it's weird because I feel like Big Hero 6 counters Frozen, but in a way, you could have 50 evasions from Hero built up, but if Elsa just smashes through your whole team, like that's it, it's game over.
And it's not even her turn either. It's just her effect.
Well, here's the crazy thing. I was talking to a few people because this is what happened to me today. As you know, I run Fairy Slumber. I have a fourth level Fairy Slumber.
Mm-hmm.
I had Sven asleep, and Kristoff does his basic attack, and Sven, while asleep, assisted him.
He's sleepwalking.
Yeah, he's sleepwalking. He's smashing. And from what I've heard other people tell me, apparently Cobra Bubbles does the same shit, is that he'll just be asleep and start assisting out of nowhere. So for those who think Fairy Slumber is overpowered, there's plenty of bugs or, intentionally built-in bugs to keep certain teams in the meta right now, for sure. This is what I wanted to talk about. We made a prediction last week. What did I say? I said the day before this post, when we were talking about the reports that Frozen was still beating Big Hero 6 consistently, and Big Hero 6 couldn't smash through them, I said, hey, within a week or two, they're going to come out with fixes and that they're going to say characters are not working as intended and so forth. So 12 hours after I said that, they gave this fix, and this is from the Disney Discord, where they say, here we go, Baymax is, are you satisfied with your care? No longer stuns Hero Hamada. Baymax is the fist now copies helpful effect to targeted character under patient status. Baymax's major impact will now purge helpful effects based on charge count. Hero's upgrade level 4 now grants effects to Baymax. Wasabi's thing was fixed. So that was the next day after we said that. Now, 2 days after that, they had more fixes. Baymax now grants undefeatable through Hero's Micro Barrier. His major impact now purchases enemy effects based on charges. Go zero, whatever. It goes on and it goes on. So we made the prediction last week that if Big Hero 6 is not consistently smashing Frozen, that they're going to make fixes to make sure that happens. And within 3 days, they made 2 separate days of these fixes, fixing Big Hero 6. So, yeah, I don't think those who invest in Big Hero 6 will be disappointed once they start tearing up these characters. Now, let's talk about the unbelievable bullshit. I mean, look, it was nice in one way that they had this kind of cool Big Hero 6 event where, hey, here's 50 gems and hey, here's double tokens. But here, you tell me, Littlefinger, what was the biggest pain in the ass of this whole event?
I'd have to say when they did do double drops, it had to have been that they would do it at probably 3 o'clock in the evening saying, listen, we're giving double drops now for this character of Big Hero 6. But also, I kind of would have expected them to actually give us a little bit more advanced notice rather than just dropping in our lap saying, oh, Big Hero 6 is happening right now.
Right. So, for me, on September 3rd, they started double drops for Fred at 5 p.m. with no notice. And I had just finished farming all of his nodes. And this went on every day. And, eventually you and I were talking. We got wise to it. We're like, okay, clearly don't farm any Big Hero 6 character at all until the end of the day. Because out of nowhere, they're just going to randomly pop up and tell you, oh, guess what? This character is double drops now.
Yeah.
But it's a pain in the ass, man. And I don't get it because one reason why it's really good for special events to start in the morning is people have time to work on it all day. Not all of us are trust fund babies, okay? Most of us who play this game work for a living. And yes, I would imagine even the whales and krakens have jobs. And I just don't understand how they expect these people to only squeeze in, these special double drops within a few hours each day. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Or if they do the bonus things where they get gems. But, I mean, there's only so many gems you can get in these things.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's cool that part of me wonders, honestly, if this is a test. Are the devs testing us? I think a lot of this event was trying to see how much they could capture our attention because they did some things on Twitter where you can get certain benefits by logging in and retweeting certain things at certain times. You get benefits by checking into the game every few hours. So I think part of this was trying to see how much attention they could get. But I think some people definitely lost out on some things because they weren't able to log in for 2 hours. And yep, that emoji's gone. Or yep, that token's gone. You couldn't get in. You were actually working during the day, earning the money you might need to progress in this game if you're a pay-to-play player. So I get it in a way. It was cool in the engagement factor. In a way, it was kind of exciting. But at the same time, if you didn't claim something within a few hours, it's gone. You feel like you're being punished by, I don't know, not being someone who could just sit and play video games all day long.
And get paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really bizarre. I feel like the people who benefited the most are all of the higher end content YouTube creators, the cozy gamers of the world who have like nothing. I don't know if he has a real job, but I get the impression he has nothing to do but play video games all day long. And rehearse his cozy club speech with his whole cozy fam.
Nice.
Okay, it seems like non-oceanic, non-frozen, non-Big Hero 6 teams are going to get their teeth kicked in for a while. That said, I do have some hope. So eventually, with Big Bad Wolf, first of all, at Tier 7, he gets this Purge Taunt. Now, I haven't gotten Tier 7 yet, and I'm a little skeptical of how good this is going to be. Because, unfortunately, there's a lot of taunters now who just keep refreshing taunts. So I'm not sure how great just getting rid of one taunt right away is anymore. If that might be like an antiquated ability, truth be told.
I think it's a negative thing because Kristoff, within 2 turns, could taunt again.
Yeah, if you kill a troll. Because, okay, here's the problem, right, with this ability. It's an AoE. And the problem with an AoE thing that does damage, significant damage I might add, is Big Bad Wolf does extra damage to hero characters. Kristoff gets to refresh his taunt when creatures die. So if you use the AoE ability and purge Kristoff's taunt, but you kill a troll by accident, he's just going to start taunting again. So this ended up being worthless in terms of its purge taunt. So I'm a little skeptical about this. I am excited on this one, which requires Tier 8 that does not exist yet. On defeat hero opponent, gain an extra turn. That is sick. That is really wicked for this guy. So that, I think, is an extremely exciting ability. I think another very exciting ability for Kingdom teams right now is this thing. And I'm telling you, I have fought Kingdom teams. I run Kingdom, but I fought Kingdom teams. They have a 7-star Shan Yu. I get ass raped. I mean, like, full on anal bleeding. Like, okay.
That's some prep H on that.
Yeah, exactly. This thing right here. So Shan Yu has this upgrade in his leadership where you have a 30% chance for Kingdom teammates to gain offense up for 1 turn on opponent defeat. So think about this. You kill 1 or 2 characters. And here's the problem with Kingdom. It's so easy when you're Kingdom to get timed out from all these frozen teams and Big Hero 6 because they have evasions all over the place, and it's just a nightmare. But if you could kill off a character and every single one of your Kingdom team gains offense up, now all of a sudden you have extra firepower. So you kill someone and now you can carry the momentum forward where you're just hitting people even harder. So this is really cool. And I'm telling you this works because I've had this used against me. And I had Shan Yu kill one of my guys with his headbutt. He took another turn and boom, he had offense up again and everybody else did. And I just got slain on the field. My body was left for dead on the field with this ability. So that is really wicked. So there is some glimmer of hope for Kingdom teams still. Here's something else I want to point out. This is really interesting. Now, you know I have a bit of a hard-on for Merlin.
I'm sure you do, yeah.
But look at this. I don't have the last ability upgraded. Again, it requires Tier 7. So here's the thing. Merlin can reduce cooldowns by 3.
Oh, that's perfect for a Kingdom team, yeah.
Yeah, but listen to this. He cleanses a harmful effect from all teammates. But his last ability is there's a 50% chance to cleanse an additional harmful effect. Now think about this. Let's say it's turn 1. If Merlin uses this on himself, he gets this ability back right away. It's already usable. He can just use this every single turn because the 3 cooldowns is bringing this ability back up to full because you get an extra turn and you're right back at the 4. So every turn you could just use Merlin to use your head. But here's the thing. He's also gaining tactics, which makes all of your chance abilities 100% chance. So if you use this on yourself, starting in turn 2, a new way to read that last ability is guaranteed to cleanse an additional harmful effect. So what are you doing? Merlin might be the ultimate cleanser. He can use this on himself, and starting turn 1, he is guaranteed to cleanse all 1 harmful effect from all teammates. But starting on turn 2, he will cleanse, guaranteed, 2 harmful effects from the entire team. And keep in mind, if he's targeting himself because he's a mythic, he's giving himself harmful immunity. So he's not going to be put to sleep. He's not going to get slowed. He's not going to get stunned. So there is an idea here where you can use Merlin. And if I'm reading this right, at the final level, just use him to cleanse 2 harmful effects from your entire team every single turn. And the reason I say that is because against Frozen, it's not that amazing. But people are running Fairy Slumber now, which is a major spell. You clean out Fairy Slumber right away. That wouldn't be a thing. Big Hero 6 has a ton of debuffs. You know this because you run it. You're getting hit with slow and defense down, and you know if you're running red, there's continuous damage. There's all these things. So I think there's a possibility that Merlin could just be a plug-and-play character on any team and just stand there constantly giving himself use your head and to purge 2 effects every turn. It's like having a cleanser for your team. It's like just have offense guys and this one guy just cleansing constantly. Nope, no debuffs, no debuffs. What do you think? Am I crazy?
Oh, it sounds like it could work. Absolutely. I agree.
I think the biggest thing the Tier 7 and 7.5 has been doing for people is changing the speed game up tremendously.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I have a 2nd level speed stone on Jasmine, and I was excited because I saw a Shan Yu who was Tier 7 with just an offense stone. I'm like, okay, I can outspeed this guy. Nope. He still went first. He still smashed me right away.
Do you have to be 60 to actually unlock that next ability on yours, or no?
60?
Yeah, I think, right? She has to be level 60 to upgrade her to starting for 7?
Let's see. That's a good question.
Yeah, she does.
So that's an interesting point. And here's the problem. Let's say I were to pretend to level up Jasmine right now.
And that's 84,000 in gold. Just to move her up. 700, sorry.
Yeah. Just to go from 55 to 60 is 629,000. So I could do that 3 times. I don't even have enough to do that 4 times. It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. And it's tough because at this point, going from 55 to 60, I mean, yeah, I'm going to get stronger, but am I going to get that much stronger? I don't know.
No, but that's the only way to tier up, though.
Huh?
That's the only way to tier up, though, sadly.
Yeah, but as you can see, I got a lot of red on my guys right now. Abilities I could put on, but I haven't yet because I'm trying to sit tight right now. I'm not sure what the hell to do. Because here there's a 2-pronged problem. The 3-pronged problem. The runes are very limited. The gear at this point is hard as hell to get.
Mm-hmm.
And for the tier levels. And gold is very short. So if you want to bring someone to level 60, tier 7, and start adding runes on them that call like a shit, like say Shan Yu's example, you start adding this shit on him. Like if you consider how much gold that is, how many runes that is, and what kind of tier gear you just invested, my hesitation is, you know, you got to be damn sure that's the right move right now. And I'm not entirely sure it is.
I'm not even level 60 yet.
Yeah, I could bring him up, but am I that confident it's going to change the game for me? Like, am I just going to go from getting my ass kicked most of the time to getting my ass kicked some of the time? or you know, going from getting my ass kicked 90% of the time to 70% of the time? Like, is that really worth that kind of investment? I don't know. I think people have to make that decision. And this is my problem with a lot of other YouTube channels where they give you, oh, this is the correct order to upgrade your abilities. Well, yeah, that's nice, assuming you have like infinite resources and you don't have any other characters to work on at all. That's really nice. In a vacuum, this is nice information, I guess, but some of us actually don't spend $72 million a month upgrading all of our characters. I'm hopeful. I think Stitch could be the man against Big Hero 6, honestly.
Really? Come on, man. You know how much I invested in this?
Well, here's the thing.
I'm tired of getting beat by Frozen.
Well, here's the thing with Stitch. The hell is he? He's Oceanic, right?
Yes, he is.
Here's the thing with Stitch.
He does stuff with counters. I know that.
Right, but look what he counters specifically. He counters when an enemy gains charged. 100% chance for Stitch to counterattack. So, Stitch, if there is a Big Hero 6 counter, hard counter, I would say, not just a team that would beat it, but beat it all the time, Stitch is definitely part of that equation. There's no question. No question in my mind about that, just because of that ability. Give him an offense stone, jack him up, and, you know, just watch him start countering like crazy. So, but yes, I'm hopeful Stitch can counter Big Hero 6. I would like something that would beat Frozen that I have access to, but I don't have the Big Hero 6 characters yet. Hopefully you, my friend, will start kicking some Elsa ass soon.
I'm hoping. I just gotta get those rune stones.
Exactly. All right, so I hope we have new characters that will come and beat the new meta. And I hope there will be somebody who will make Kingdom great again. But wait, that's a great pivot to our fake news segment, because we believe we have a spell that will completely take out Frozen Big Hero 6 and make Kingdom the great Kingdom nation that was always meant to be. And let me say this. This is a celebration, right? Mulan just got released to disneyplus, provided you paid $30 to see it. We got a Mulan token, so there's a lot of Mulan celebration going on right now. So we thought we would do our own celebration and put this gentleman in a place where he deserves, Mushu in a place of prominence, coming into the game as the new awesome spell to make Kingdom awesome.
Okay. And you don't have to pay $30 to see it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, he is mythical. He is mythical, but he does help Kingdom significantly. So we got this ancestral guardian, Mushu. And Mushu comes in with a beautiful haiku. And he says, summon Mushu at target location, who burns his enemies to cremation. If Mulan is present, Mushu gets her consent to send foes to fiery damnation. Littlefinger, talk to me. What do you think, what do you imagine Mushu is doing? Talk to me about this burning enemies.
I kind of see him as a small little dragon, maybe put a, flamethrower on his back and start just roasting somebody to death. I would actually like to see that, and it gives a little bit nice anime to it, like showing you like, haha, like raises his eyebrow, puts on his flamethrower pack and burns him after he nods at Mulan.
Oh, there's a moment here where they say if Mulan is present, Mushu gets her consent, okay, to send folks to fiery damnation. So this fiery damnation, does that mean if Mulan is an ally on your field, does he just go like full on Kane from or Undertaker from the old WWF, WWE? You know, you see Mushu's hand come out of the ground, grab someone's leg, and just suck them underground, or like you know, Jason Goes to Hell style with Freddy Krueger. What do you think's going on here?
I see him. If that's the other question that would bring us to, actually, though, because it would be a two-parter. One, let's say if you didn't have Mulan on the team and you did have Mushu, what would he do? Would he not be so confused that he wouldn't attack because he's not getting the consent? Or would he just be in a huge rage and be like, you know what? I don't need permission from her. I'm just going to burn the hell out of everything. But you know what? Then there's that cool kind of like, you know, just scare them a little bit with fire. With like, you know, Mulan saying, it's okay, just a little bit. We don't want to go over the edge, but we just want to, you know, scare the hell out of them.
Then, of course, you think this could be some kind of intimidation move.
Exactly, yeah.
After Mushu is summoned to the field, he has an upgrade to this ability called Dishonor. Dishonor on your whole family.
I think for the Dishonor is basically, it's exactly what you said in the movie. She gets found out and dishonors the family by showing that she is the woman in the army, but meanwhile can outbeat a lot of the men. But also because of that kind of story that they played, that she's dishonoring them by lying that she's a woman dressed up as a man.
So in that way, do you think this could affect someone with their tag? So let's say if someone has the Frozen tag and he targets them with dishonor your whole family, everyone with the Frozen tag just gets fucked up somehow, or someone, or by extension, Big Hero 6, or you know, all the other factions in the game. Maybe this is picking someone out that he used fiery damnation on, and it's not just damning you, it's damning your entire family. It's a shame. Shame. With the battle. Now, the third level ability is called Dracarys. In true Game of Thrones fashion, what do you make of Dracarys, Littlefinger?
I'd say that's the, well, in the show for that, I think that's fire, for them to breathe fire from the dragon.
Now, how would this fire be different than his fiery damnation or burning to cremation?
The first one you could see as kind of like an intimidate. This one, I guess you could kind of see it like a flame tornado kind of like thing, where it surrounds probably one person in fire, giving them one turn of not too scared to kind of attack. Kind of like they're stuck in fear, but then it could go to like an adjacent character when you level it up. But only for one turn.
I see. So it's just making the flame bigger and badder, is what you're saying.
But they can't attack. They're paralyzed basically for one turn.
That's true, because if
also do it to an adjacent character.
If you've seen Game of Thrones, when someone says Dracarys to you, you just freeze up. What are you supposed to do? Except get roasted alive.
You think about your life.
Does Mushu know the Mother of Dragons, do you think? Do they have a relationship?
I think he was the one that nobody cared about, and they just threw him out.
He's the fourth dragon?
He's the fourth dragon that nobody knew about.
So there's actually a Game of Thrones connection to Mulan. That's interesting. He didn't get the loving he deserved, and hence why he stayed such a small dragon. He's very underfed. He never got the nutrition to grow above 6 inches. Similar to some friends we have. They never got the nutrition to grow above 6 inches, sadly. So let me ask you this. The level 4 we have now, let me see your war face. Now this is Mushu training Mulan to get jazzed up. So I'm thinking maybe he picks someone to kind of help him in his whole fiery damnation ability, and maybe they assist him in the attack. Maybe he picks someone to assist. What do you think? What do you see this as?
I actually think that would be an excellent idea, but I think it's kind of like you said for an assist, though. But I would think that the character would get a crit chance and attack, and he would also shoot like a fireball.
Ooh.
So it's like a double whammy kind of thing.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. So an assist with a crit chance.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like that. Very cool. So I like this Ancestral Guardian. I think this could be what changes the game and makes Kingdom great again. This awesome Mushu character. I think he got. I did not see the new Mulan movie. I am looking forward to seeing it one day.
Just for not $30.
For less than $30. Hopefully, if Mushu comes into the game as his own character or spell, we won't have to pay $30 to unlock Mushu in the game if he comes in.
Or if they get the idea from us that we want a little bit of that pocket money.
So first shout out I want to give is the Kumadan. I believe that's how your name is pronounced. If so, please correct me. KMDN. It's funny. For the first time ever, I saw your live Twitch stream like the day before I saw this comment. So check out Kumadan's Twitch stream just because he gave us a really nice compliment in our video.
He absolutely did.
Blue Chappenstein, I believe you. I think our last video was an awesome fake news segment. What do you think, Littlefinger?
Absolutely, actually. I think that last one with the Big Hero 6's alternate costume was probably our best reel.
Yeah, we have a really good thing coming up in a week or two, which I'm excited for. I really want Who Farted on that video, so I'm saving some of the best stuff for when he's able to come back from what he's been up to lately. Want to shout out to Cobb. We appreciate that you appreciate us and the way in which we broke down some of the Big Hero 6 stuff because, like you said, leave the crazy stuff to the whales who spend like hundreds of dollars a day on this video. That made me laugh, I have to admit.
That's a good one.
Joey Spencer, let me tell you something.
This is a good one.
Let me tell you something, Joey Spencer. I got to be honest here. Baymax was originally the one we were going to go with on the last video, but some other people definitely are concerned about how receptive people might be or unreceptive people might be if we went heavily in depth. But I promise you, Baymax will return for sure. For sure, he will definitely come back in style.
We just try not to offend people too much. We love everyone.
Yeah, he will make a fabulous re-entrance one day.
I'd like to just say thank you for everybody who watches the YouTube channel. We do it for you guys, the subscribers, to get a little bit of laughter from the everyday hard life out there and see that there is this channel to give you a little bit of enjoyment in the game, bring you into the world that we enjoy of this game, and a little bit of the laughter that we could also make fun of. The stories that we would actually come up with, characters, or topics that we even talk about.
Thank you, Littlefinger. That was beautifully said. And just to piggyback on that, if anybody has specific suggestions, things we can do better and improve on, please let us know. We hear you. Have a great evening, everyone.
All right, good night.
We are FartKnight gamers, mobile players, paywall haters, entertainers, hot as lasers. Tell your neighbor, do a favor, you should subscribe, and you'll see more Knightlightning. He's not lightning, so enlightening, not so frightening. Hit like, and you'll see more. Who farted? He's who farted, not faint-hearted, nor outsmarted. Let's get started.